Once upon a time, high above the world, lived the sun. His name was Sunny, and his job was the most important job of all. Every single morning, he would rise in the east, stretch his golden rays, and fill the world with light and warmth. He would watch the children run to school, help the flowers grow tall, and make the ocean sparkle like a carpet of diamonds. Sunny loved his job. He loved being bright and shiny and full of energy. There was just one problem. At the end of a long, busy day, when the sky began to blush with pink and orange, Sunny was supposed to go to sleep. He was supposed to dip below the horizon and let his friend, Luna, the moon, take her turn watching over the world. But on this particular evening, Sunny just wasn't tired. He dipped a little bit, touching the tops of the faraway mountains. The world sighed, getting ready for night. But then, boing, Sunny popped right back up again. "I'm just not sleepy," he announced to a passing cloud. The cloud, who was fluffy and gray and very ready for a rest, just drifted by with a weary puff. Sunny tried again. He sank a little lower, so low that his light made long, sleepy shadows on the ground. The crickets started to tune their tiny fiddles, and the first little star blinked in the darkening sky. But then, whoosh! Sunny bounced back up, even brighter than before. "I have too much energy," he giggled. "I want to play some more." Floating nearby, wrapped in her silver glow, was Luna, the moon. She had her bag of stardust ready, and all her star friends were peeking out from behind her, waiting for their cue to shine. "Sunny, dear," she said in her soft, calm voice, "it is time for you to rest. The world is getting very tired." "But I'm not tired, Luna," she replied, doing a little spin that sent a final bright burst of daylight across the land. "I feel like I could shine for another whole day." From a tall oak tree on a hill, a wise old owl named Professor Hoot opened one giant yellow eye, then the other. He was very confused. His internal clock, which was usually very precise, told him it was time to hunt for mice, but the sky was telling him it was still late afternoon. "Hoo! Hoo! What is all this, then?" he hooted, ruffling his feathers. He flapped his silent wings and soared up, up, up into the strange twilight sky until he was close enough to talk to the sun and moon. "Excuse me, Sunny," Professor Hoot said, clearing his throat. "With all due respect, your continued presence is causing a bit of a scheduling conflict. The bunnies are confused, the fireflies don't know whether to light up, and I have a curriculum of nighttime lessons to prepare for my students." A tiny, sparkly star peeked out from behind Luna. "It's our turn to twinkle," it squeaked. A dozen other stars popped out, all nodding in agreement. "Yes, it's our turn to play." Sunny felt a little bit bad. He didn't want to cause trouble. "I'm sorry, everyone," he said, his bright face drooping just a little. "I really am trying to go to sleep. I can't. My mind is buzzing and my rays are tingling." Luna floated closer, her light soft and gentle. "Perhaps you just need to relax properly," she suggested. "When the little children on Earth can't sleep, their parents tell them to count sheep. Why don't you try that?" Sunny thought that was a wonderful idea. He closed his eyes tight and began to count. 1 fluffy cloud that looks like a poodle, 2 wispy clouds that look like a giant feather, 3 puffy clouds that looked like a big bowl of whipped cream. He opened his eyes. "It's not working, Luna. The clouds are just too interesting. Now I'm hungry for whipped cream." Professor Hoot swooped in a thoughtful circle. "An old owl's remedy," he hooted wisely, "is a lullaby. It calms the mind. Allow me." He perched on a sturdy-looking cloud, puffed out his chest, and began to sing the sleepiest song he knew. "Hoo, hoo, go to sleep. Hoo, hoo." Sunny listened politely, but the owl song wasn't very sleepy to him. It was a lovely hoot, but it mostly made him want to hoot back. He let out a big, booming "hoo" that echoed across the sky and made the little stars giggle. "Oh dear," said Professor Hoot, his feathers drooping. "That did not have the intended effect." The little stars decided to try and help. "We know. We'll make a sleepy pattern for you, Sunny," they chirped. They all began to blink and twinkle in a slow, rhythmic way. On, off, on, off. But to Sunny, who loved light and games, it didn't look like a sleepy pattern. It looked like the most wonderful light show he had ever seen. "Wow!" he exclaimed. "That's beautiful! Can you do it faster? Can you make a spiral shape?" The poor little star sighed. Their plan had backfired. Now Sunny was more awake and excited than ever before. The whole world was in a muddle. It was stuck in a forever sunset. The flowers didn't know whether to close their petals or keep them open. The parents on Earth kept telling their children it was bedtime, but the children would point out the window and say, "But the sun is still up." Luna the moon looked at her friend, Sunny, fizzing with energy, and then she looked down at the tired world below. She knew something had to be done. She thought about what makes someone truly, deeply, satisfyingly tired. It wasn't just being told to sleep. It was feeling like you had earned your rest. "Sunny," she said, her voice as gentle as a whisper, "can you tell me something? What did you do today?" Sunny beamed. "Oh, it was a wonderful day. First, I woke up and stretched my rays over the highest mountains, melting all the frost from the night." "That sounds like hard work," Luna said softly. "What else?" "Well," Sunny continued, "and I shone down on all the farms and helped the corn grow a tiny bit taller and the tomatoes turn a little redder. Then I warmed up the sand on all the beaches so the children could build sandcastles. Helping things grow is very important work," Luna encouraged. "And I played peekaboo with the airplanes through the clouds, and I dried all the laundry that was hanging on the lines, making the sheets smell fresh and warm. And I shone on a little girl's birthday party in her backyard, making her new bicycle sparkle." As Sunny listed all the things he had done, he started to remember just how busy he had been. He remembered chasing the morning fog away from the valleys. He remembered warming the backs of little turtles sunning themselves on logs. He remembered shining through the windows of a school, helping the students read their books. He had been working from the moment he rose. He had been sending out his light and his warmth to every corner of the world without a single break. A huge yawn escaped from Sunny. It was a big, warm, golden yawn that spread across the sky. His bright, wide-open eyes suddenly felt very, very heavy. "My goodness," he said, his voice suddenly much quieter. "I did do a lot today, didn't I?" "You did," Luna said with a gentle smile. "You had a very long and a very important day. And now you've earned your rest." Sunny felt a deep,
cozy tiredness spread through him. It wasn't a boring tiredness. It was the good kind of tired you feel after a day of fun and hard work. His rays that had been tingling with energy now felt soft and relaxed. "Thank you, Luna," he murmured sleepily. "Thank you, Professor Hoot. Thank you, little stars." Slowly, gently, and this time for real, Sunny the sun began to sink below the horizon. He didn't pop back up, he didn't bounce, he just drifted down, 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 pulling a blanket of soft orange and purple light over himself. His last little ray of light winked from the edge of the world, and then he was gone. He was fast asleep. Instantly, the sky transformed. Luna the moon shone in all her silvery glory,